Hi, great Aardvark here again with an airsoft review, this time CYMA's 057A for SVD Dragunov wood kit. One thing off the mark, my takedown lever for top plate here it just jumped off, it snapped. I've got it held on with a ribbon at the moment, doesn't affect performance in any way. The rest of the gun luckily is constructed pretty well, decent safety selector, pretty true to how the real thing operates in terms of it is just semi-auto. The dust cover is actually movable on this model, it is quite nice, decent alloy. I've taken mine down with some sandpaper and some polish, so it's nice and shiny, just what I like to do. Air seal on mine has improved, as has the ability to lift the BBE, because I've now got a Madbull blue 60-degree rubber bucking. I'm now seeing about 350 feet per second. Effective range, despite the enormous barrel length, which is around 700mm, is only about 55 meters. Foregrip and stock, both made of good quality wood, nothing too bad about those. I've stripped mine down and sanded them back, given them some wood staining to make them a little bit more like the real thing. They were quite orange out of the box. Magazines, good, high capacity one supplied with the gun. It holds 120 rounds, feeds flawlessly, perfectly good, nice trapdoor. You should correct your angle of engagement out of the box. The piston does have a habit of being chewed up. The spring is quite strong on these out of the box. I've downgraded mine to a Lonex M110. This is a very long gun. I can't stress enough how long the weapon is. If you're used to an MP5, this is a whole different ballgame. Totally changes the way you play as well because you're on semi all the time. Battery space is minimal, it is in the foregrip. You have got to make sure that the lever is at 90 degrees, otherwise it will not disengage or re-engage. Just be careful when you shimmy it down. You may want to sand round yours. I've done that with mine already to make it a slightly looser fit. Piston on this weapon is polycarbonate, as is the air nozzle. Nothing too serious. Scope on here, on this weapon, I did try a PSO1 scope, didn't find it lined up very well. Using a UTG set of mounts here, Leapers UTG, and an AGS scope. It's an AGS Cobalt 4x40. Mount attach is just like the real thing, clip on and off, slide off at the front. Accuracy is on par of an AK variant or perhaps an M16. Nothing too spectacular, it's not going to be a VSR-10. It is T3 gearbox, so real sword parts will fit. It doesn't take SR25 pistons, so ignore what anyone tells you about that. I've tried, I've modified it. The sector gear, bevel gear, etc., they're all real sword compatible, so buy those when parts break because they are proprietary. You will not find a spare piston for this, you have to go real sword, and in order to do that really you need the cylinder as well and the piston head, because you'll find the stock one on here is a different width. Overall aesthetics of the gun are really nice, really pleasing, good weight to it. Overall pretty pleased with it. CYMA have made an alright effort. Thanks for watching.